Rusev is gonna...
Oh, what an iconic moment!
He's gonna lock the Accolade in on top of the whiskey barrels, but remember, even if Sheamus taps out her, it doesn't matter because the submission has to take place inside the ring.
Cannot win a match there, but Sheamus may well have his back broken, and then it really is game over.
Sheamus trying once again to find his way out of the Accolade.
Barrels wobbling all over the place, a combined amount of probably 550 plus pounds between those two.
Probably some good single malt in there.
Crack him open after this one.
And now Sheamus, Rusev looking to do damage. Sheamus fighting back here. Sheamus with the elbows.
Somebody is
about
to have a very, very bad night.
From the top of the whiskey barrels.
Don't Sheamus.
What are you thinking about?
Kill a man.
White lies through the tables off the whiskey barrels. This is the damnedest bar fight I've ever witnessed.
Oh my God, from that night, the body of Rusev smashed through two tables with a white noise, and even Sheamus came a cropper in that one, and the referee taking a very close look.
Yeah, Jessica Carr just trying to see if both of these men can continue.
And you know, this is awesome indeed, providing you're not one of these two competitors. I promise you right now, our doctor is in sprint position, ready to come down and check on these two.
Yeah, it's awesome if you're a masochist.
How the hell is Rusev getting up after taking that? How's he up first?
I have no idea. I mean, Rusev was driven through the tables off white noise from the top of those barrels, dragging himself back into the ring.
The absolute brute of a man, and close behind him is Sheamus. Oh, I cannot imagine how these two are going to feel tomorrow rolling out of bed. Might need a crane to get them out of there, but we still need a winner.
Rusev, look at, he's crawling toward the corner, and that's where that shillelagh is.
Sheamus is just crawling to a corner to try and pull himself upright. The legs aren't working anymore.
Rusev with a shillelagh in hand. Look at what these two men have put themselves through. They can barely stand.
Shoulder of Rusev is completely contorted. I fear he may have separated that at some point in the matchup.
And now Sheamus with a brogue kick! A brogue from out of nowhere! And a kick out by Rusev!
How the hell do you kick out the brain of Rusev? Just rattled from one of the hardest brogue kicks I have ever seen. The lights are on, but no one's home. Take another look at this impact from the brogue kick.
Bang!
I have never seen the heel connect with the temple quite as perfectly as that.
Okay.
And how the hell Rusev kicked out is a question that will never be answered.
Okay, explain to me this. How the hell did Rusev kick out of that?
It's the question that can't be answered, Cole. It's not human, it's not mortal. What the hell is driving this Bulgarian brute?
Sheamus trying to drag himself back to his feet again, perhaps to look for yet another brogue kick. Rusev. Look at Rusev trying to pull himself up as well.
Rusev is completely defenseless. Here we go.
And Rusev with a big monster kick. And Sheamus with a knee.
Just embers burning in both men at this point here.
And up over the top, Rusev sends him flying with a half a back body drop and a monster kick to the face. Sheamus in the corner, looking to collapse, center of the ring.
Sheamus on complete jelly legs, kicked in the throat, can't breathe and wait up. Shillelagh in hand.
And the shillelagh broken across the back of Sheamus. And now the cover by Rusev, and Sheamus kicked out. Rusev just shattered the shillelagh across the spine of Sheamus, and Sheamus somehow kicked out.
These two are simply not human. They're not from this planet. Driven by blind hatred to do superhuman things.
And now going to use the shillelagh as he locks Sheamus in the Accolade. And now the shillelagh placed into the mouth of Sheamus. Sheamus trying to fight back somehow, but Rusev coiling those legs like a constrictor around the waist of Sheamus. And Sheamus is
your winner by submission, Rusev.
Wade, I believe that was just, I think just the second time in the career of Sheamus that he has tapped out, not passed out, tapped out in a match. And it took the accolade with a shillelagh shoved in his mouth to do it.